I went to Frabel School kindergarten in about 1948. My kindergarten class was basically all white. I had Mrs. Rising for a kindergarten teacher, and I remember that everybody had to have a rug. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, everybody rolled out their rug and took a nap. That's the way Mrs. Rising worked. My first grade year, now that was different. I went to school the first day, and I was in school in my class, I was the only Caucasian in the whole class. And my dad asked about it, and I said, well, everybody else is black. And he said, well, I'm going to go talk to the principal, because he talked to the neighbors' kids upstairs, and they were in white classes. And so my dad went and talked to Dr. Gilbert, who was the principal, and he dragged me with him. And he says, I want my kid to be in with the neighbors' kids. And Gilbert said something to the effect, no, that's not the way it's going to work. He's going to stay in the class that he's assigned to. And my dad, in his broken English, said, I'm going to take my kid out of school. And so they started arguing, and I remember Gilbert telling him, if you take that child out of school, I'm going to have the truant officer visit your house. And my dad says, you can do whatever the hell you want. He told me in Spanish, go back home. And of course, if Dad says something, that's it. So I did. I went home. And so he asked the Lucases where their kids were going to school, and they said, oh, over at St. Emmerich's, 2 blocks away. So he took me over to St. Emmerich's and registered me, so I got first grade through 8th grade, all at St. Emmerich's with the nuns. Next day, the truant officer knocked on the door. My dad says, get the hell out of here, because my kid's in school already. And that was it, So that was about 1949. I don't think he did it on a racial context. I think he said, well, if the Zamelkos and the Lucases and the Zanonis are all in white classes, why can't my kid be there, since all of us live in the same building? That was basically his philosophy. Now, I will tell you that my dad was extremely strict, and if whatever the teacher said about you, it deserved a punishment if he got a complaint about my behavior or what I did in school. You got punished. Sometimes it would be his leather belt. Sometimes it would be you're going to kneel in a corner. But he was the law.